Hey guys, my name is Jennifer Brandt and I am the Star Director of the Wickless Scents team. A little bit about myself. I have been with Scentsy, it'll be 5 years this coming up October, the end of October to be exact, and I have been a Star Director for a little over a year. So I am by no means an expert, but I'm going to be talking to you about Join the Scentsy Club, and this is something that I am truly passionate about. Just by focusing on the Scentsy Club, it has completely changed my business, and it's helped me work smarter, not harder, and I want that for everyone. So I am going to be sharing all of my golden nuggets that I have learned by focusing on the Scentsy Club with you guys. So get your pen, get your papers ready, and that way you can take all the notes, because I am going to be sharing everything that I do to thrive in this part of my business. So what is Scentsy Club? Scentsy Club is reoccurring PRV. It is PRV that I do not have to work super hard for each and every month. It is so nice to be able to wake up, look in your workstation, and see all these orders coming out, and I didn't have to work super hard for. Once you get that club, then boom, it's there, and you don't have to keep working each and every month to get a repeat customer. It's always there. So I absolutely love it. That's where I focus mainly in my business. The best part about the Scentsy Club is the always get my bar. Scentsy has really put it on a platter for us to utilize this program for our businesses, and that is the biggest part of my, probably 90% of my customers utilize it for the bring back my bars, the retired, the LTOs. That is how I get people to sign up for it. The club is literally the bread and butter of my business. I am creating loyalty with my customers. I am creating trust with my customers. I am building their love for the product because I am sharing with them all of the LTOs. I make sure that I send them seasonal smells, LTOs. I'm helping them learn how much they love the product. I am sponsoring from the Scentsy Club. Sponsoring has been so easy for me because of the Scentsy Club, and I'll get into that here in a little bit with you. And it frees up so much of my time to where I can start focusing on other parts of my business. I can focus more on finding new customers. I can focus on my team more. So Scentsy Club, as you can see, it's really important, and you really can thrive from just the Scentsy Club. So I have notes here, so if you see me looking to the side, that's why, because I don't want to miss anything, because there's so much I can talk to you about the Scentsy Club. But repeat customers are great, okay? They're great, but you don't get them regularly. You can't just depend on repeat customers. Okay, the difference between repeat customers and clubs is that a club, you already know, is going to, it's not only creating a hassle-free order for you, but you know it's coming. It's regular. It's going to come out however often that they set it up. But a repeat customer is great, but they may not have ordered every other month or every third month. So there's a huge difference between repeat customers and having a clubber. You want to find a way to get that repeat customer over to joining the club, so that way it's regular. You get it on a regular basis. Always think of the Scentsy Club as a steady base sale that you can grow from. And that is what I do. I get someone, have them sign up to get 3 of their most favorite bars. And as you work with them and as you're sending them samples, you can work on getting them to grow that club. That's what I love about it, is that yes, they may sign up, they may have a $20, $30 club, but now you have a club that you can work on and you can grow. It's such a relief to not have to rely on those repeat customers that are not guaranteed. It is such a blessing whenever you get your clubs growing, you start getting people on board, and you're already making your $500 leadership money without having to work super hard and worry about how you're going to get those numbers. It's so nice to already have that taken care of because of your club, because of the people that are in your club. So everything else that you do for the month is going to be the extra fluff. You can start concentrating on hitting that 2,000 PRV to get your bonus, that extra 5% bonus. So see where I'm going with this? The club is super important. Always have different types of literature. That is one thing that I do. I have so many different types of flyers because everybody responds to literature differently. I literally, in every order, on every thank you mail, everything that I send out, I don't just take something that I have, the same piece of paper, and I don't just stick it in all the things, because people are gonna recognize it's the same old, and I always try to be different. It all says the same stuff, but they look completely different because I'm hoping by one piece of my literature will catch their eye and they'll actually take the time to read it. The reason why I say this is because I do monthly bags, I do a lot of different things, and I've actually had a customer say to me, when it finally clicked, I think I was talking to her in person and it finally clicked. She's like, well, why didn't you ever tell me about the Scentsy Club? I want to sign up for the Scentsy Club. And I thought to myself, but I put a piece of literature in your bag every single month. I show her, but that just shows you that everybody responds to things differently. You got to utilize your reels. You got to utilize your stories. You got to utilize social media and all the aspects. You got to attempt to talk about the club in all the different ways. Even if you go live on your VIP page or your main Facebook page, or if you're going live on Instagram, do it, because someone may click with you going live, or if you're doing different pieces of literature, that might click. So everybody responds differently. So I make sure that I have a ton of literature. This one here, Bring Back My Bar. I've gotten a lot of these templates. I get them from, there's a really great site on Facebook, the Canva, Boss Babes, I believe is what it's called. And then you can go in there and you can make them your own. The perks, like you can even just change up colors. You can do all the things. This one's what I made because I did something when we had the sale for the flowers. When we had that sale, I'm letting them know that it's not just for wax and warmers. I'm letting them know that they can actually save 10% off by adding this flower to their club as well. So I am trying to make sure that I get the club at every angle. I'm letting them know that it's not just all wax, that you can save money and get consultant-like perks by signing up for the club. So you need to make sure that you come up with creative ways to get them to remember and to let them see why they want to sign up for it. Always be intentional of what you say and do. This is something that I'm very, very positive that works. What I do intentionally to get people to join is, the first thing I do is that I add labels to everything that I have seasonal or that's LTO. And here's an example. This was Cherry Limeade. This was from our last set of Bring Back My Bar. So I'm keeping them for myself because it's my favorite. But I have stickers. I stick stickers on everything. I'm reminding them, well, on everything that's seasonal and LTO. Like this one here, whenever it was out and I was putting them in people's orders, I said, you like it, add it to your Scentsy Club by January 31st. I'm reminding them how long they have. So as they're melting it, they're able to see this. And if they're like, wow, I really like that, I think I want to keep it. Guys, make it super easy for them. This code will take them right to your website or right to your Scentsy Club, so that way you can gain another clubber. So that's one thing that I do. I do all kinds of different types of stickers. It just depends. I change it up. I don't do it with just wax. One thing that I also do is I'll take a scent circle, and a lot of us do thank yous with scent circles, and you stick them in an envelope. It's the cheapest way to send a thank you. Guys, I make stickers and it says, I'm a seasonal scent. Don't forget to add this wax bar in your Scentsy club and get it forever and always. And it's same thing, it'll take them right to the club. Even though it's a scent circle, I'm letting them know if you like the smell of that, you can get it in the wax, but you need to make sure you add it to your Scentsy club so that way you'll have it forever and always, because there will be a point of time when it goes away. So I'm reminding them to add it to their club. I label everything seasonal and everything LTO. Here's another one. It just says seasonal scent. It says make sure you add it to the club. I think I had this on our skinny dipping bars that I did. That's why it's like that color. But I'm making sure that I'm always having it in their face. I'm not being pushy with it. It's just a constant reminder, because let's be honest, it's horrible when you finally find something that you absolutely love and then it goes away. And I will tell you this right now, don't be afraid to tell your customers that's your favorite smell is sheer leather was one of them. That's just the one that came to my mind. I had a customer, and if you do not tell her to add it to the club before it goes away and then it goes away, they're going to be upset that it went away and you didn't remind them. My customers are actually grateful that I remind them to add it to their Scentsy club. Let's see. Also, let's see. I'm intentional with how I sample. Everything that I sample in my house, when all catalog long, I only sample seasonal and LTO smells. I do not do anything that's usually around. I mean, I know it's not guaranteed that, Vanilla Bean is going to be back next catalog, but I focus my sampling on the ones that I do know will go away. All the summery smells, all of things like that, any LTOs that come out, that is the only thing that I sample. That way I can put my label on there and I can work on growing their clubs. Thank you boxes. Always have, every club that processes, they get a thank you box. I have a box, I put goodies in it. Most of it's just samples of any LTOs that came out for that month. This month, what I did was the Bring Back My Bars. So that's why I have my Bring Back My Bars, this one here, and it has all the smells on there. And I'm letting them know that they need to add it to their club before the end of the month, so that way they will have them forever and always. For my Scentsy clubbers, I treat them like gold. They are your true VIP. I gave them a sample of every single scent that is in the Bring Back My Bars, because I don't want to hold back and only give them a few samples, because what if the few samples that I send weren't the ones that they liked and they liked the other ones? So I always send them all the LTOs and all the samples for that month, and I'll have a date on there when to add it to their club by. Let's see, pay attention to your customers' favorite smells. That is one thing that I am known for. My customers are super grateful that I keep track of who likes what. That is one thing that I have been thanked for. I'll have customers ask me, hey, would I like this smell? And they trust me. That's where loyalty and trust comes in. Whenever you are doing the clubs with your customers, you're going to build that. So I'll have a customer, if like these Bring Back My Bars, I had a customer reach out to me and like, well, which one of these would I like? I sent her a list. Guess what? She added them to our club, because I have taught my customers to utilize their club as a savings. They get 10% off. They get 10% off, which is huge. Every little bit adds up, especially if they're building that club up. So I like to save money, and I like to make sure that I save my customers money. Pay attention to how often they are buying. It is our job to save them where they can save. And that is another thing that my customers know about me, and I have created that loyalty with them, is that they know if I'm like, girl, you get that laundry bundle every other month, I can save you money. They know that I have their best interest in mind, and that's why they will trust me and they will go ahead and add it, because we all want to save money. So pay attention to what it is they're buying. If they're buying like a 6-pack of bars a month or every other month, tell them, hey, you're buying it anyways, you might as well set up a club with your most favorite smells and get it delivered right to your door hassle-free. And you get the perks of me spoiling you. Make sure with your clubbers that you are spoiling them. Please do not sign someone up and forget about them, because they are your true VIP when it comes to your customers, because they are going the extra mile to club with you. So you need to spoil them so they will be back and they will bring their friends and they will talk about it. And it's really creating a good relationship with your customers. A lot of my customers will just manipulate the club each month to get the discount. It doesn't even have to be for Bring Back My Bars or any LTOs or anything seasonal. Some of my customers, when I basically show them how it works, I tell them you get 10 days. They're gonna say you have 10 days before this locks in place and goes to process. They'll go in there and they'll change it up based on what they want. Flowers, room sprays, whatever it is, cleaners. I have some customers that just utilize it to get the discount. So make sure that that is also an option, because some people don't want to do wax and warmers. Some people just want to have their cleaning and their laundry stuff coming, and then, hey, I got a lot of that laundry stuff, so let's change it up and do something else. I do have customers that manipulate it, and let them know that that is a possibility and that is something that they can do. Teach them how it works. This is so important, because put yourself in their shoes. Whenever you're talking about the club, and think about like, oh man, if you don't truly understand something, it can be overwhelming and it can be intimidating. Make sure you make it simple for them. Maybe just do a screen recording. I have a screen recording in my Boards app. I'm going to talk about the Boards app near the end of this, because it's something that I had did for you guys. But I have a screen recording in my Boards app, and it basically shows that it's already done up to where I can just send my customer or my potential clubber how step by step how to do it. It's a screen recording of me setting up a club myself. So I go on there, I'm showing them how it works. I'm letting them feel more comfortable instead of just diving in and not knowing what they're doing. Show them how easy it is. When my club goes and processes, take a screenshot, post it on your VIP, let them see the savings that you're saving. Let them see that or when you get the email, I've even posted that on my VIP page, showing them that I have 10 days. It's a warning. It's never a surprise. I hate myself reoccurring bills and things like that come out. I don't like being surprised, because we're going to forget. But that is one thing Scentsy is really truly amazing for, is that there's never a surprise. They always give you a heads up that you can skip, or you can change it, or however you need to manipulate your club for the month. Are you clubbing yourself? I know a lot of people are always struggling with this one. They're trying to get clubs, but they're not even clubbing themselves. Let me tell you, the first step, if you're not clubbing right now, make sure you set up a club, even if it's for a little amount. Because if you're not clubbing, how do you expect your customers to club? As you club, you will be able to learn and manipulate and be able to learn so much about it that you can tell by the way you talk about the club that you know what you're talking about and that you truly believe in it. But if you're not clubbing, your customers can see right through you. You need to be doing it as well. So make sure if you're not clubbing, that is one of the first things you do, is set one up for yourself, so that way you can start sharing your club. When you get your club in the mail, go live with it. Show them the smells that you're opening up, those LTOs, and they're wishing, man, I wish I had that. Well, you can say if you would, put it in the club, you can have it as well. Sponsoring. This one's the big one, okay? I'm going to go over this, the sponsoring. This is something that I started doing over the last year. It has completely changed everything. I was able to earn Annual Mentor super fast this past year. I think I ended up with like 20 people, and it was all my clubbers. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, I worked so hard to get that club. and I don't want to flip them. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and that's what we always say when it comes to sponsoring. Whenever you get your sale, yes, that's great. You get paid off that one time. But when you sponsor, you're going to get paid over and over and over again. So that is why I'm constantly always working on getting more clubs, because I'm constantly flipping them and having them join. So my numbers are completely turning over. Like right now, I have 45 clubs right now. But if I were not to flip these, I would have way more. But it benefits me more, and it benefits my customers more for them joining and getting paid off themselves, and then helping with our numbers. So keep that in mind. I have met some people, they're like, oh no, I'm not gonna set up some clubs because that takes away from my PRV. That is not the mindset to have, because I'm telling you right now, if you have a club and you can flip them, then it'll benefit you more in the long run. So how do I do that? That is the question. How do I do that? When I get my customers to build up their clubs by sending them those LTOs, sending them this seasonal smells, and they keep building it, and it happens. If you're consistently spoiling your customers with all of those goodie boxes and thanking them and getting those smells in their noses, those clubs will grow. They will. I promise you they will grow. When they get to about $100, that is my time where I'm diving in there and I'm going to have that conversation with that customer. Okay, you know, your club is $100. That is halfway to being active. I approach it as, it is silly of me to continue to keep taking your money when you can be getting paid off of yourself. And the way that they're like, oh no, I don't want to join. And I'm like, you don't even have to sell like I do. You can just get paid to club. And that gets their wheels turning. And I tell them, look, Christmas is coming, the holidays are coming. You always buy extra things. You will get active at least one time. You will get active, and it gets them every time. People like whenever you explain it and break it down for them like that. And that is how I recruit. Once it gets to $100, boom, we have that talk. Some of them know. I have some that have over $100 in their club, and they just absolutely will not join. You know what? I'm going to keep asking them. I'm not going to harp on them, but every time they add it and I see that it's more and more and more, I'm going to be like, girl, this is silly. This is silly, and I'm doing you a disservice by not offering you the opportunity to at least get paid from yourself, because we all know that they're going to be buying other products whenever they come out with the LTOs. So that is how I sponsor. That is how all of my people who I got certified over the last year, that is how I was able to get them to join me, because when they join your club, they are already obviously a fanatic for Scentsy. If they're clubbing with you, they love the product. So all you have to do is working on getting them to grow that club. Let's see. As soon as someone joins, and they have a club, when they sign into their workstation or they sign into their club, it is going to switch over to them. So Scentsy has made it super easy for us now that we don't even have to call and do all of the changes. Let's see. I kind of skipped around a little bit, and that is all of my notes, it looks like. So I'm going to ask you, what is something, I want you to think to yourself, what is something that I have gone over that you do not do, or you think that you could start doing for yourself that would impact your business? I want you to write that down. I want you to take something that I've gone over, and I want you to think about how you can duplicate that for yourself, and how you can start changing the way you do the club. One thing that I did mention, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now, is boards. I started using boards with my team. It is a training portal that I have created for my team. So I have my Wickless Scents one, and they have all the information. So all of these literatures and stuff that I have shown you here, you will be able to see all the close-ups in the one that I made for you guys. So I will, if you find me on YouTube, I'm going to have, once this airs and once everybody has this available for them to watch, go to my YouTube and you're gonna find this video. I am going to have my link to my boards. It's an app, it's called Boards app. You can download it for yourself, and it's going to be titled SFR Join the Scentsy Club, because I made one especially for you guys. So you guys have all the things, all the literatures. You guys got the stickers, you have examples of my boxes, you have verbiages, you have everything that you need in there for Scentsy Club, for you to share it with your customers. I did that for you guys so you guys have hands-on. I love the Boards app. I like how it keeps everything in one place. I really think that it will help you so you can see examples of my conversations. I have examples of them. I have verbiages. I have how to approach one or how to do this. Everything is there. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. I want you to go down and I want you to click on the video, and you're gonna see the Boards app. Download the Boards app and click on my personal link that I have that is available. I'll always have that there for you guys, and I will update it as I'm doing stuff. So everything that I'm doing this month for June, it is there for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment under anything or shoot me a message. Find me, shoot me a message, because this is something that I truly love. I love the Scentsy Club. It's completely changed my business. I'm sponsoring, I'm getting the PRV, I'm creating the loyalty with my customers, and I couldn't be in a better place because of the Scentsy Club. And that can be that way for you too. You just have to be consistent. You have to be able, you need to be doing the things and sampling and getting those LTOs in their noses, because if you don't, then they have no reason to set up the Scentsy Club. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. It was an honor to share what I do for the Scentsy Club with you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.